Hmm.
Yeah, this is weird. Now I feel as though we shouldn't be talking before it starts.
Yeah,
So we're just like looking.
Well, now we're live. Okay, we're live.
We're good. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, hi, everybody. And we're back. Thank you for joining our second Webster Arts live stream for the Virtual Webster Arts Fair. And I'm Jahna Kahrhoff. I'm president of the Webster Arts Board of Directors. And we have today Steve and Janice Seele. They have been longtime supporters and friends of Webster Arts. We also have Jeane Vogel, the Executive Director of Webster Arts. And in the background, we have Allison Erasmus taking care of all of our technical needs. And what a beautiful day it is. Janice and Steve, you guys are sitting outside. If this were a normal fair year, we would be sweating over at Eden Seminary. We would have been there since about 7 o'clock in the morning, and now it's 3 o'clock. I think we would be getting ready to deliver meals, right, Janice?
We would have been getting ready to deliver meals. We would have been delivering lots and lots of water all day today, just doing the water runs from the start, especially with, I mean, it's lovely, but you know, it's a little warm today.
It is a little warm. We've had worse. At least it's not raining.
Typical.
Yeah.
There's no tornado, so I'm happy.
No tornadoes,
Right,
yes.
But just really trying to take care of the artists, make sure that they were healthy, happy, well-fed, and well-hydrated.
Right, right. Now, Janice and Steve, you guys have been with the fair since the very beginning, right?
Not since the very beginning. I think we
No.
We're living in California, and I think it started right after we'd gone to California. But when we came back in summer 2008, then we immediately got involved with Webster Arts.
And why did you? Why was it important for you to be part of Webster Arts Art Fair?
Well, because we love the arts, we love Webster Groves, and we thought it was just such a cool opportunity to be able to have the caliber of artists that the fair draws coming to our town and being able to host them and purchase their art and get to know them. And also I know some of the people who actually did start the fair, and it was so exciting to see and hear how it had grown. By the time we got involved, the first year I was involved, I was the artist chair. They had just the fair had just moved the jurying online, because prior to that it had been via slides, and I cannot imagine
Wow.
how that worked out. And I do
remember, and it was awful.
Yeah, it must have been awful. So, and I also remember it was one of the first times we'd done it online as well. And so we gathered in one of the classrooms at Webster with the judges that we gotten, and we couldn't get into their systems. And I just remember the stress of that. I mean, now it's so funny to think about it, because with Zoom, the technology has gotten so much better. That all of those stresses that we were feeling about trying to do things properly, make sure we saw the artist's work in its best light and kept everything separate. It has just progressed so much over time.
Janice, you were the board president, I think in 2012, 2013, and you had a real vision for the fair.
Well, we wanted it to be, we knew we had art and air, and people it was called Art and Air. And so many people would say, no, when does the air show start?
We still get those calls.
And we didn't know where it was. So we're like, okay, let's call it the Webster Arts Fair so that people know to come here. And the big thing, and from its very inception, one of the things that we thought was incredibly important was to be as kind and thoughtful and caring of our artists as possible, because we know we're not going to be, or we were thinking we probably wouldn't be their biggest art fair, but we wanted to be the artists, the art fair that treated them better than anywhere else, so that they would come back. And
And I think that they appreciate that. And I think that what we've done with the virtual art fair is really right in line with that. And we, you know, with Jeane and Allison, we're very quick to understand that even if we can't come in person, our artists need us and we need them because we need art in our lives as well.
Right.
And so they created this fabulous virtual art fair, and you can go to www.websterartsfair.com and you can see all of the artists. When you come to the website, there's a slideshow with just the pictures of the booth, and you really feel like you're walking down the aisles. That's probably one of my favorite parts, is just walking down the aisles on Eden and just seeing all the different booths, being able to go in and talk to the artists. We even recorded some artist interviews. Jeane, can you tell us a little bit about the artist interviews? Because that's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, and I think we're going to try to keep doing them. We weren't able to interview all 100 artists, but we did choose. We didn't choose. We put out a call for artists. Do you have the capacity? Are you interested? And we got some really lovely people. Lisa Chrisman, who's a pastel artist here in St. Louis, did a great interview. We actually did her twice because the first one we had some technological problems, and then Allison stepped in and did a Facebook Live with her, which we have recorded and is on the site. We did one with Hilbrin, who's a sculptor, John and Patricia Hecker, who weren't able to be there last year. They had to cancel at the last minute because John shattered his foot, and he spent a whole year trying to recover. And this was going to be their first year back at fairs. And if you can go to John and Patricia's site and find something fabulous, I know that they would appreciate it, as would all of our artists. Cord Anderson is a photographer who does a lot of work in south of the country, and Lisa Hilton is also a sculptor. And we've got those videos, and as well as some other videos that some artists sent in. And we're going to try to keep that going all summer. I mean, the virtual fair is now, but we're going to keep it alive because people need art in October, in August.
Right. So yeah, you can still go to our website and go visit those artists, learn about them, learn about their craft, see their fabulous work, and buy something.
Yeah, Steve and I were just, before this call, sorting through, as Jeane was laughingly saying, we are Sunday buyers, because, you know, usually Friday night, all day Saturday, we were so busy working. And it wasn't until maybe Sunday afternoon that we could just say, okay, let's just really take our time and go into the booths of all the artists that we've been delivering food and delivering to water to, and helping get set up beforehand. And we have every year just purchased, not only for ourselves, but our daughters and different friends, and just found so many unique gifts. And just in going through the virtual list right now, once again, we have some phenomenal artists, and I'm really looking forward to spending more time at their sites and doing purchases.
There are about 24 of them who have never been here before, so you've got a lot of new work to look at too.
Yeah, so it's lovely.
Yeah. So one of my other favorite things at the fair is seeing the kids with the studios that we have, and them having an opportunity to experience art, to participate, to see how art is made. What are some of your favorite parts of the fair?
Well, since I've been in charge of the food booths for the last few years, I'll put a plug for the great food that you can also get. We've started with booths, and then with food trucks, we've had a few of them come in. We try to get a good assortment, and there's some. I think people really appreciate it. It means you can stay at the fair and get some great ice cream, some great sandwiches, and I think it just helps the whole experience, so you can stay right there and spend the day.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but I mean, just a general atmosphere. I mean, the fact that this fair is on grass, it just makes it more festival-like, keeps things cooler, and there's just a really nice vibe to the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Some of the artists have even said the people that come up are kind of nicer than some of the people in some of other cities. I mean, it just is really a really warm, friendly fair. And you have great music,
music.
Things for the children has, activities for the children has always been a huge piece of it. We have community art. Again, just trying to bring people in to make them more than just art purchasers and art viewers, but participants in the art. And then the music. We always have great music, and now having several different spots to move people around.
Right, we have 3 spots now where people can go listen to music. And you can visit all of our musicians at our virtual fair website. A lot of them have videos. You can listen to their music. And at 5 o'clock this afternoon, we're actually going to have a Facebook Live event with Third Millennium World's Fair. They're going to be coming on live and singing a couple of songs. So I hope everybody can tune in for that, because it wouldn't be a fair without the music.
Right.
And it wouldn't be the music without the volunteer who does it. I just want to give a plug to Brian Ward, who does an amazing job of putting together our music every year.
Yeah. And Lisa says hi. Allison is sending us some chats telling us who's online. John and Pat Hecker, or is that, maybe she was referring to the interviews. I'm not sure. But we are going to have music live at 5 o'clock. So that's going to be great. Jeane, speaking of the kids studios area, we have several collaborators from the St. Louis area who come to demonstrate art. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
You know, we have fabulous collaborators. We have some that have been there since the beginning, like the folk music, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Help me.
Down at Old Webster.
Yeah, it's no Webster. The folk music place, they're fabulous. The chess club at Webster University has always been with us. Craft Alliance started coming in last year to do pottery. And we've had the Weavers Guild of St. Louis, who's demonstrated and taught people how to spin wool and weave in different ways. Also last year, we had the metalsmith, the Midwest metalsmiths come in, and they brought torches.
So I think that's, yeah. I think that getting those kids with hands-on with art early, the earlier the better, because then art will stay with them for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. And the other thing is that adults can find other activities to do there too. So somebody might have always wanted to learn how to throw a pot, but they thought it was too difficult for them to do. But they realize just because they're 50 years old, that doesn't mean they can't learn pottery, and they'll learn it and they can create another lifelong activity.
Yeah, yeah. So I think this year would have been our 17th fair.
Yep.
What are some of the ways that the fair has changed over the years? What have we, you know, I know that we've tried some things and we've done things and maybe we don't do them now. We've added some things. How has it changed?
Well, you know, when you talk about the years passing, I can't believe it's almost 17. I do remember our 10th anniversary. We had a huge light show. We really wanted to make a huge deal of that, and it was exciting. And we had we all worked together on having light up banner. I won't say bolsters, large signs all over. Over the years, it's gotten much more. Over the years, it's gotten more organized. It's like, okay, this worked before, let's do it again. And so with that, the fair has been able to bring in new and different items. For instance, Jeane mentioned many of the hands-on types of things. Well, those have come on over time just to keep things fresh and different. So.
Well, I think the first year that I volunteered, we had this they were drawing on napkins. There was this napkin art display.
Right.
I thought that was a lot of fun, although maybe wasting a lot of paper. I'm not so sure. So it's fun that we have the opportunity to experiment with some of these special activities. And we really couldn't do it without our volunteers. Our volunteers are really, really special. They come, the day before to help us set up, and then they're there early in the morning to help clean up from the night before. They're out there delivering water and helping the artist. I think that's really great. I enjoy working with the volunteers, and I know that our artists really appreciate them.
And what I think is maybe surprising is even the cleanup crew really enjoys working together on that. I mean, who wants to do cleanup? Nobody wants to sign up, but then everybody comes, everybody works so well together, and just by that time, generally feels so good about the weekend that has just taken place. So yeah, set up and clean up and so many things in between.
Jahna, you mentioned setup. Steve has been our field marshal for setup for years and years and years. And Steve, could you talk about that? Because I don't think most people realize what it takes to set up the fair. They just show up and it's there and the tents are there, but it takes somebody like you on the field to coordinate.
That is a day I really look forward to. And I almost regretted that, you know, our daughter was supposed to be married this weekend, so we were going to miss the fair. And I had a tinge of regret about that, because I really do enjoy that day when we, you know, beginning bright and early, when the artists start showing up at the crack of dawn to set up, and we have to take them out on the field. It's a good opportunity to, you know, you don't meet all of them, because there are, you know, several of us that are taking them out on the field to show them where they're going to set up and assisting them. But yeah, it's a good opportunity just to say hi, put face with the name, and then throughout the weekend when you see them, you know, it's you know, just sort of a little more connection there. But to get everything organized, and thank goodness we've, I think, just about always, despite some spotty weekend weather over the years, I think our Friday has always been pretty good. I could not imagine what it would be if we.
Yeah, I think we had some rain on Sunday afternoon a couple years ago. They had to pack up while it was raining. But you're right. I think that Friday usually, that Friday morning usually ends up.
We've only, in the last 7 years that I've been here, there's only been 1 year that we had to have everybody dolly their work in because the field was so sopping wet.
Just talks about the organization. Yeah, it does take some organization, because when you've got 100 artists trying to set up booths in the space of about 8 hours, you know, we do need, you know, again, our volunteers to help, you know, move all the vehicles through there and let them get set up, and then get their vehicle off the field in time for things to kick off. So,
well, it really takes a whole community to bring this program together. If you want to help support Webster Arts, you can go to our website. Again, it's www.websterartsfair.com. You can see all of our artists and musicians. You can check out our food vendors. We have links to our food vendors, so we can see where they're operating today, and maybe go get something yummy to eat. And you can also donate to Webster Arts. We're a nonprofit organization, and the art fair is not the only thing we do. We have programs throughout the year. This year, they're going to be a little different, because we may not be able to come together in our gallery or come together in other spaces. But I encourage everybody to follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter, and find out what kinds of new and exciting programs we're going to do that might be online or might be in a different outside setting. We don't know yet, but we have some plans for doing some special things. So it's been really great chatting with you guys.
And Janice, could I mention that we have sponsors for the fair too?
Oh, absolutely.
And our sponsors stayed with us this year, and they helped us put on the Virtual Art Fair. And that's the Missouri Arts Council, who are fabulous with us. That's taxpayer money that comes through the legislature. Subaru of Webster Groves, Commerce Bank, and Narings Hall, they're all with us, and we were very, very grateful that they stayed with us. And we have lots of other people who work with us, of course, all throughout the year, but they were cash donors that really helped us do what we're doing right now.
Absolutely. And we, you know, between the volunteers and the donors, the sponsors, you know, it's just such a fabulous event. And like you said, Janice, just the atmosphere of being there and feeling how festive it is.
And just every volunteer, you just get this wonderful feeling about, almost like was it Andy Renee? Look what we made happen. You know, look what we made happen in our community, and just great joy in being able to share that with the entire St. Louis region, because we do get people from all over. come.
It is.
We have great art and the atmosphere is tremendous. And we have so many activities there, so much to offer. So it's nice being part of that.
Right. It's such a great sense of accomplishment at the end of the weekend. And I hope that our artists and our vendors feel the same way, that they're walking away having a really great weekend. So it's been really great chatting with you guys, Janice and Steve Seele. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Jeane, for joining us. And thank you, Allison, for doing all of the technical work in the background. And thank you to those who have joined us online. I see that we have several people saying hi, and we're saying hi back to you. And we really do hope to see you in person very soon.
Great.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. We're going to go shop.
Yeah.
Go shop. Go shop.